Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you are watching the post market show. Today is the 10th of May, and let us see what has happened in the markets today. So, getting right into the charts, we can see that Nifty has closed majorly in the uh, red towards, especially the last half, the last 45 minutes was where the markets has fell severely, and that's why the title which you have seen, the 2:45 p.m. seller strikes again. We have been seeing that the markets are bearish towards the last half an hour to last 45 minutes for not just today, for multiple days if you look back in the past week, and the same has repeated again. So the markets has opened, as you can see in the levels, and with a huge green candle, and then from there there was a little sell-off, but from there the market had steadily moved upwards, and one part of time it was almost breaking the 16400 levels, which was the double top pattern which formed yesterday, and it was trying to break that, but it couldn't. So again a small double top pattern formed again at 16400 levels, and from there again the market has fell off drastically towards the very end. And so Nifty ended around 0.38 percentage in the red, whereas bank Nifty, to everyone's surprise, has actually ended 0.6 percentage in the red, in the green, sorry. So as you can see, the bank Nifty had opened up again with a huge green candle. There was a little sell-off, but then from there onwards it was steadily in the green. At one point of time it touched around 37,800 levels, and from there again the sell-off came, but not that severe as compared to Nifty. Now this is an important level. Bank Nifty is stabilizing after a lot many days, which is something to be something positive for the markets, which we can say. And today the major draggers of the market were the Reliance, which is 1.7 percentage down, Infosys 1.1 percentage down, and the banking sectors and the NBFC stocks actually helped the market stabilize. So we have HDFC up 1.6 percentage, HDFC housing finance up by 1.5 percentage, Kotak Bank up by 1.6 percentage, IndusInd Bank up by almost 3 percentage. So overall we can say that these stocks help stabilize the market. Also interesting to note, Hindustan Unilever is up by 3 percentage. And coming to Asian Paints, it had its earning today, and the Q4 earnings were decent, and the stock has risen almost 2.7 percentage in the green. Now the Nifty fell because mostly it was all the other sectors, mostly Nifty Pharma, Nifty IT, all were 1, 2, 3, 4 percentage in the red, and it was led by Nifty Metals, which was around it fell around 5 percentage today. So owing to the stocks like Tata Steel, which fell 7% today, and Hindalco fell around 5 percentage today. And this is owing to the international commodity price drop which we are seeing. So it has a direct impact on Nifty Metals. And also if you look at the energy stocks, it is also ended quite weak today, with Coal India falling 7 percentage in the red, and ONGC also following suit at 6.2 percentage in the red. So this was about the major stocks of the day. Now let us look at the FII DII selling activities. So if we see the activity of FII, as usual they have continued their selling streak, selling around 3,960 crores. That brings their selling for the month of May to almost around 23,000 crores of selling by the FIIs, and the DIIs are again trying to support the market by buying almost 2,958 crores. So this was the FII DII buying and selling activities. And also the USD INR, the currency is almost at a weakest in the history right now. So that is very interesting to watch. If the USD INR prices from here, will it depreciate further, or will it stabilize in this level and slightly become stronger in the coming days? So the major events to look out for is the inflation data, which we have been talking about. as you can see, the US inflation data will be out tomorrow at 6 p.m. The expected inflation data is around 8%. So let us see what are the actual data, and if it comes lower than 8.5%, or actually the 8%, we can have something good to look out for in the markets. It can create a sort of positive sentiment in the market if the inflation is lower than expected. And so this is coming out Wednesday, tomorrow after market hours at 6 p.m., the effect of which will be felt on Thursday, which is the expiry day in the Indian markets. And following suit, the Indian inflation rate is also will be announced at around 5:30 p.m. and the consensus is at about around 7.5% of inflation, which is again on the higher side. And so let us see the actual figures, because these US, UK, these inflation were higher and was predicted to be higher, but India, which has been consistently, the inflation rate was under control, but we are seeing since the last 2 months the inflation is also following the global trends. It is also going on the higher side, so that can again have a major impact on the Indian stock market and in the Indian economy in the medium to short term. So let us see how things go tomorrow, and let us look at the US markets and see what levels it is at. So S&P 500 is again, as you see, it opened with a huge gap up, which was very positive for the markets, and again then it fell, and then again hitting a point which was lower than yesterday's low. But from there onwards, we can see it has been consistently gaining, and let us see where it ends. So it is very interesting to watch, and almost a V-shaped recovery in the S&P 500. The DJI, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, is also similar to the S&P 500. And coming to Nasdaq, which has been doing absolutely amazing. So although it opened with a huge gap up, then it fell, but now it has recovered almost the entire losses, and it is up by 2.3%, and it is still trading near the highest point of the day where it opened. So it will be very interesting to watch how these stocks ends, considering the fact that the US inflation data will be announced tomorrow after market hours. So this is what the major events of the day. And if you look at the US VIX, it is at around 32, which is above the 30 mark, which we usually consider as a dangerous zone. So it is at 32, and it has fell around 5.85%, which is good, the VIX falling. And if you look at the India VIX also, the India VIX is around, let me check, yes, it is around 22.32, and actually the India VIX has increased slightly by 1.2% today. So but as you can see, it's forming a resistance at around this level. So hopefully the VIX falls down in the coming days, and we can expect much more stability going into the markets in the coming days and weeks. So the all important data which I told you for this week will be majorly to look out for the inflation data of both US and India, and based on that we can decide what can be the trade ideas and how to handle the markets in the coming days. And this is where I shall be ending the live stream, and hope to see you again tomorrow for the 8:45 pre-market show, where we discuss the important levels of Nifty and Bank Nifty, and how the US market ended tonight, and what we can expect going into the trade tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Hope to see you tomorrow morning.